Welcome to Mimesis, the podcast about all the twisted ways that art and life imitate each other. I am Sandra Schaefer-Zachary.
And I'm Stacey Rourke.
And we are your hosts on this crazy adventure.
Crazy, zany, ludicrous adventure.
We're having issues already.
Do you mean in a podcast or in general or in life?
All the above?
Yes, we are. We are in the same room.
For the first time in about a year.
But we are experiencing some issues that are going to be fun for you to edit later.
Yeah.
So you enjoy that. We're having a little bit of an echo here. So if we sound like we're screaming at each other down a tunnel, we're not. But
No, we're just trying to sit across from each other.
Yes.
Because it was a lot of fun when we did it back when, and I don't know what we did different from now.
No, we stumble fucked our way through it then, and now we actually know somewhat what we're doing, and we're like, how we need to go back to just stumble fucking our way through.
Right. And this week's episode is brought to you by International's best-selling author Celise Barner,
who is a beautiful woman with the coolest nails. She always has the prettiest fingernails, and she's incredibly sweet. Her husband, Smith Barner, writes children's books.
Yes.
So they are both authors. Check them out wherever books are sold. And they also have a pop-up store that they do. I can't remember the name of their pop-up store. Celise, I'm very sorry that I can't remember it off the top of my head. But if you're in the Genesee County area, look up Celise Barner, and maybe you can find information about their pop-up store that they do with all of their books and merchandise.
That's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah.
They're awesome people.
They are.
So thank you for the sponsorship to both the Barners. You flew in today. There was no delays.
We left early.
That's insane.
We landed early. There was no turbulence. Like, it was the best flight I've had.
Girl, you better knock on wood, because you have 5 more flights this month.
I know.
And that is not wood. Just saying.
That's particle board. Hey, it's close enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, it was really good.
I think it's funny that Allegiant Airlines, like, if they're going to be late, they're going to be late. If they're going to be early, they're going to be early. Like, they are going to take off and leave whenever the fuck they want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can leave early as long as they have all the people on the plane seated, ready to go. And that's the case. Everybody was at the gate, so nobody had to wait. They didn't have to call anybody like, our flight's leaving, the door's shutting. They didn't have to do that. So it was like 5 minutes too. So they're like, let's go.
That's so cool. And there was nobody in the middle seat with you, so you got to stretch out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the dream, man.
Yeah.
That's the dream. I had it happen once on a flight that I was the only person in a row of 3. And my little legs are short enough that I could put my back to the window and stretch my legs completely out, and they were not dangling in the aisle at all. They were like perfect. So even people around were like, you got it made. And I'm like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
That's how I got when I came down in April last year for your surgery. I had nobody next to me in that seat. So I was like, yes, I get to stretch out, put my legs up there. My foot does dangle off a little bit, so I had to like keep pulling it back in. Like, oh, people are walking.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Yeah. But yeah, this is my first flight of 5 or 6.
A lot.
So
yeah, so you have 5 more after this.
Yes.
That's a lot of flying.
Yeah. I'm going to get some Sky Miles in.
Yes, you are. Make sure you've got all sorts of podcasts downloaded and ebooks downloaded and
movies and shows, especially for the one flight. It's going to be 10 hours there.
Yeah. Well, you should have, as a matter of fact, I can do this weekend. The ARC copy of Death's Door.
Okay, if I have that this weekend, it's going to be done before, like, I even leave here.
You know what would be really funny? You can read it on the way up to Atlanta so that you can, have me in the car and be like, what the fuck is the matter with you?
Yes.
Because I will tell you, there is one scene in this book that my editor even messaged me and was like, I have a question for you. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, are you evil? Like, straight up, I just need to know. Are you evil? Because what the hell? So
that's really funny.
There is one of those moments. This one is called Death's Door. This is Octavia Hollow's book 4. And I will say, of all the Octavia Hollow's books, this one is by far the darkest.
Yeah.
This one is pretty intense.
I'm excited and ready for it.
Yes. I should have that to you this weekend.
Yes. My life has revolved around Octavia Hollow's.
Mine too.
For the last however long. What? Since like May?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine has revolved around her for about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've read every single book, but I'm saying like really like,
yeah.
I think I've read them all 4 times since May. Like each book. There's 6, 7, 8 books, 4 times each since May.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So you're like an expert on Octavia Hollow's.
Yes.
You could head up her fan club all by yourself.
Yes. Ask me any question. I might know it better than you.
Probably, because there's a lot of shit I forgot. There's some things I found that I got to go back and change. We won't go into that, though.
Oops.
But, so our topic for this week, ma'am, this is probably going to be a mini episode.
Yes. Because yours truly was rushing around last minute and forgot to do research this week.
So, as one would say, you shat the bed.
Yeah. Badly.
So, but I think what we're doing instead is pretty cool because we went back through our entire episode list since the podcast began, and we have found updates that we can offer to some of our different episodes.
Yes. And
there's some really cool stuff here. And I know we researched in the same room, but we weren't really telling each other what was going on.
Right.
So
this will be new information for both of us.
This will be brand new information.
Okay, and we had to write it down on paper because, like I said, it was last minute. So you're going to hear a little bit of wrestling. And I keep hitting my head.
I'm sorry.
No, you did, because it's pretty funny.
I have a power tower that you do like crunches and pull-ups with, and she's sitting directly under it, and if she moves even a little bit, she's going to smack her head.
Yeah, I keep hitting the top of my headphones right on that bar.
Yeah. Maybe like slouch down in your chair a little bit.
But then that hurts my back. I can't do that.
You need the lumbar support, Grandma.
Yes, I do. I really do.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so do you want to start or do you want me to?
I'm starting because I'm going back to episode 1.
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah. You got it.
Which was your episode.
The shark episode.
Yes.
Jaws diving in. Yes.
But I had to find out how many shark attacks were this year.
Okay.
So there have been 57 shark attacks.
That's a lot.
Yes. 8 of them were provoked.
I don't understand what that means. Like, who is taunting a shark? What does that mean, provoked?
I don't know. If
did they chum the waters?
Yes. That's what I want to say that they did. They chummed the waters, or they like knew the shark was there and they went in to go like see what they could like poke it or whatever. I don't know. But
did they insult the shark's mama?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they say your mama's a manta ray and the shark was like, fuck you, man? Okay.
And so then 8 of the attacks were fatal.
Okay. So scary.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
Yeah. 16 of the shark attacks happened here in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Shark attack capital of the world.
Yes.
Woo!
Which 3 of those were provoked.
Florida man stories. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes, that's exactly how you can look at it. Yeah. Yeah.
That does not surprise me even one little bit. There was a story not too long ago about a guy that tried to swim across Lake Okeechobee and
chomped.
Yeah, he got his arm bit off by a gator, and everyone that's in Florida were like, what did you think was going to happen?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. So episode number 4 was Julia and Julia.
Yes, but I have episode number 3, which is the Dexter
then
one.
That's yours. And then I go next with Julia and Julia.
Okay, so when we did my Dexter episodes of killers on the show that were based on real life killers, I said in the episode that I was going to do a Doomsday Killer one, and then I didn't because I'm a liar.
We get busy. We forget things.
I know. But I do have a Doomsday Killer one now. In the show Dexter, the Doomsday Killer does the biblical tableaus where he replicates scenes from the Bible in gross and gory ways. Now, you may have heard of Lori Vallows, who is considered the Doomsday Mother, Doomsday Killer.
Yeah.
She killed her 2 children and conspired to murder her 5th husband's first wife. Yeah, she was so good at marriage. She got married 5 times. Good for her.
I think my mom's had 3 or 4.
I stand by what I said. Her 5th husband was Chad Daybell, and the 2 of them together believed bizarre doomsday prophecies. They believed that Lori's children were like zombies or demons. They did not believe, they thought there was a dark energy in her 2 children. So they killed her kids.
The look I'm giving you right now.
I know. She had a mental evaluation done after she was arrested, and she was found to be, shocked gasp, hyper-religious. Shut up. No.
And she's the one that went off to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had personality disorders, one which is histrionic personality disorder.
What is that?
I have no idea. We might need to Google that because I don't know what that one is. She did have narcissistic features, but she also had histrionic personality disorder. Don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
During her trial, she was quoted as saying, "Jesus Christ knows the truth of what happened here. Jesus Christ knows no one was murdered in this case. Accidental deaths happen. Suicides happen. Fatal side effects from medications happen." Okay, so basically she's saying that her kids died by accident, right? Well, let me tell you, when the bodies of her children's names were JJ and Tylese, I think that's how you pronounce it, their badly decomposed remains were found buried on Chad's Idaho property. Tylee had been dismembered and burned. JJ was asphyxiated, wrapped in plastic, bound by duct tape. But these are accidents? No, ma'am. That's not an accident.
That's not an accident at all.
No.
And I looked up the histrionic. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It's a mental health condition that affects the way a person thinks, perceives, and relates to others.
Okay. She thought that they were demons. So okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It says genes play a role in the development of personality disorders. So abusers or instability during childhood also increases the risk.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, Lori right now is serving life in prison without the possibility of parole. So I hope she is haunted by her children day in and day out. And
yeah.
Every day of her life is more painful than the last. So that's what I have on her.
That's crazy.
All right, you're up.
Okay.
What do you got for us?
So I have Julia and Julie. She was the one who did the 365 days cooking all of Julia Child's recipes.
Yes.
She actually passed away. I think we mentioned it, but I couldn't remember exactly if we did or not.
I know you and I talked about it. I'm not sure if we mentioned it on the show.
Yeah, so she passed away in October 2022.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that's all I have about her.
Okay. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the next one?
My next one is about American Horror Story. I don't know.
Okay, that one's before mine.
Okay, so we talked about elements from the show American Horror Story that were based on real life situations. And after that episode, the American Horror Story New York City season started,
which I have not watched yet.
It makes some interesting points. There are good things. It's better than like Roanoke, but I'm not going to say it was one of my favorite seasons.
Okay, yeah.
But there is a killer that happened that is in the New York City season, and it is actually based on a real serial killer that stalked gay bars and underground nightclubs in Manhattan. He was known as the Last Call Killer. He would stalk, seduce, savagely murder his victims, and then scatter their body parts out of state, like in New Jersey.
So, Dahmer?
I don't think he ate them, but he stopped short of that.
It kind of alluded to that in the show, didn't it?
No, not in New York City.
Which one am I thinking? Yeah. Evan Peters played Dahmer?
No, you're actually thinking of Dahmer.
Yeah.
No, this is something different.
Oh, okay. I said Dahmer, but that's like he trolled gay clubs and that.
Yes, he just Dahmer ate them and this guy didn't. That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This guy, it was Richard Rogers, who is serving a life sentence in prison right now. So he was similar to Dahmer, except, he didn't try to turn anybody into a zombie by drilling into their brain, and he didn't eat them.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a sick fuck, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next one that we did was Twister. Did you know it's getting a sequel?
I know, and I'm very excited about it. That's going to be amazing.
I heard that they were, but then it just kind of floated out of my brain. But it's officially now confirmed that it's happening.
Yes.
So July 19th, 2024.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You know what else is getting into a sequel?
What?
I'm so excited. Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm totally excited about that.
Words cannot express how excited I am for that.
Yeah.
And that Jenna Ortega is going to be in it as Lydia's daughter. Are you kidding me?
I love that so much.
So excited about that.
Yeah. Okay. So I do have to say about Twister is that last week in Michigan, there were 7 confirmed tornadoes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't know. But that storm that I sent you, this lightning is really freaking creepy. That was the night of all the tornadoes.
I'm telling you, the weather is terrifying. Freaking California got a hurricane. There was an earthquake that happened during the hurricane.
It's like thunder snow.
Yeah, that's how you get Sharknadoes right there. That's how it happens.
You earthquake them out and they go up and
shake up and it happens. It's terrifying. Yeah, that's how that happens.
Yeah.
So scary.
I don't like tornadoes.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
My friends in California were, asking me about hurricane prep and all that kind of stuff. And they were saying, I'm really worried about the tornadoes. And in Florida, there is a saying for the locals that it's not the hurricane you have to worry about. It's the tornadoes.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to say that to them because I didn't want to freak them out. So I was just like, just make sure you're prepared. Prepare for X, Y, and Z. And
yeah, it's the winds.
It's the winds. It's the flooding. Yeah.
So Nicole's in California. And I was like, is it going to hit you? And she's like, we just got some rain. That's all. And I was like, good. Because I worry about them because they're right on the ocean and they live in their camper.
Mm-hmm.
And that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
That they're in a camper and a hurricane was coming.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about a camper, though, is that if it was bad, you can pick it up and move it.
Yes, that is true.
Which you want to, because if it's bad, the hurricane will pick it up and move it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So my next one that I have is we did an episode about Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
And there is a man by the name of Jeff Mudgett who his ancestor is Herman Webster Mudgett, who history actually knows as H.H. Holmes. Famous killer. He was represented in a season of American Horror Story. We talked about him. Well, Jeff has now kind of orchestrated this theory that he has that Jack the Ripper and H.H. Holmes could be the same person.
So it's not the Muffin Man.
It's not the Muffin Man. No. But this one, there's a lot of skeptics around this. So we don't have anything solid here, but the basis of this claim is he took something that was believed to be written by Jack the Ripper, and he took something written by his his ancestor, H.H. Holmes, and he had a handwriting analysis done on them. And the handwriting was close enough that they counted it as a match. If you go along with this, okay, so it was the same time period. Obviously, they're both murderers. Holmes did travel to London around that time.
Okay.
However, Jack's crimes were a lot more bloody and brutal than H.H. Holmes's were. But Holmes did have medical training. So remember when we talked about Jack, we said that he had to have somebody with medical knowledge because he knew where these parts of the body were in order to get to them quickly in the dark, basically. So there is a possibility there. And while Holmes was brought to justice, Jack the Ripper's identity was never found out, but his kills did suddenly stop. The only thing is when Holmes was arrested, and obviously this isn't the only thing, but the biggest thing is he didn't have any problem saying like, I did this. He really boasted about it. So it seems if he was Jack the Ripper, he would want people to know that. So,
unless because they weren't connecting it, he's like, I still have my secret.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a possibility. So there's that one. That's a interesting little caveat to that.
Yeah. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, me too.
I really wish we could know.
I know.
I do.
There are certain things I wish we could get answers to. Like, I wish we got the identity of Jack the Ripper down, and I wish we could find out who actually killed JonBenet Ramsey, because I think that whole case is just heartbreaking. So those are.
I
those
agree
are two.
fully. Yeah. Okay, so my next one is good old Anna Delvey. Anna Sorokin.
Oh, that woman. Okay.
So, she has officially launched her podcast called The Anna Delvey Show.
Oh my God.
And filming has begun on her new reality TV show titled Delvey's Diner Club, or Delvey's Dinner Club.
Everyone, if we could just agree together to never watch this, never listen to this, never support this.
Yeah. So her legal troubles are not over at the moment. Back in June this year, Sorokin faced more legal troubles. Her disbarred attorney took her to court because she still owed her $152,000. And the lawsuit also claimed that Anna was making false allegations in order not to pay her.
Anna wasn't being honest? Shut up.
I know.
What?
How do you think she stole all that other money?
Mm-hmm.
So the lawyer, she said, just because I was disbarred does not mean that balance just gets nullified.
Yes.
Yeah.
You still owe the money.
Yeah. But her lawyer was disbarred from allegedly stealing from an elderly client. Right.
There are no good guys in this story.
Yeah. But I mean, it's alleged. It doesn't say confirmed, but they still disbarred her, which good.
You deserve to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
There is one more that I have to say. I'll say it after your next one.
My next one's really short.
That's
and
okay.
I feel like we're both going to secure our seat in hell with this one.
That's already done.
We did an episode about Titanic. It seems more people have lost their lives on the Titanic since we last recorded an update. Moving on.
I can't. Okay, moving on. We did an episode called Cocaine Bear.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
All I'm going to say is cocaine shark.
I know. Apparently there was cocaine dropped in the water somewhere. They were worried that sharks were ingesting it. If there was one creature on the planet that should probably not be hopped up on cocaine ever, it's sharks.
Yeah.
Those sons of bitches can jump out of the water. Can you imagine? Like, no, that's how you get sharknadoes.
Cocaine sharks.
Yeah. It's all the perfect storm. They're hopped up on coke. There's an earthquake. There's a hurricane, and that's how it happens right there.
Yeah. Was that your last one?
No.
Okay.
No. The next one, I put my thing down for a minute because I did an episode on Outlander.
Yes.
Now, there's no new updates. I mean, Outlander is still awesome. Outlander is everything. But I'm going to Dragon Con.
Yes, we are.
We're going. Well,
I'm on
you're
on the panels.
Yes. And I'm going to be on not one, but 2 Outlander panels.
I know, and I'm so excited to listen to these.
I'm so excited.
So I got really nervous the other day. Like, I'm gonna be a little selfish, okay? And you texted me and you're like, I don't think we're gonna have time to eat between some of these panels. And I was waiting for you to be like, when the panels are going, go grab dinner for us. And I was like, really worried that's what you were saying, but you're like, let's just pack snacks so we have everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good, because I really wanted to stay and listen.
No, girl, no. Okay, if you're going to be selfish, I'm going to be selfish. I don't want to be alone. That's a big fucking expo. Yeah. And if we get separated, we may never see each other again.
If we get separated, I won't see you. I'll have to like, Marco.
I'm just going to sit in a corner and cry until you come and find me because there's too many people and I am very small and there's a very big crowd and I'm terrible with directions. I would never find my way back to the hotel. I need to put a people tracker on my phone just in case. But yes.
I'm going to put an Apple tag in your shoe.
I think that's great. I think that's a great idea. I love those Apple tags. I want to put one on my emotional support water bottle.
Oh, I need one for my keys. Do you know how much I lose my keys?
Yeah. You know how you can, use your watch to beep your phone? The other day I had my phone and I couldn't find my watch. Yeah, I could do that. And I really wanted to like beep my phone to make my watch beep. And I was like, why isn't it a two-way street? It should be a two-way street.
Right.
So anyways, yes. Update on Outlander. I get to be on 2 Outlander panels. Woohoo!
Woohoo. Okay. This is my last one.
Okay, I have 2 more.
Okay.
Do you want me to do one more and then you can do one and I'll do one just so
Sure.
Okay. So we did a Jodi Arias episode.
Yes.
And since then, they released another documentary about 2 women who were in prison with Jodi. And she pulled basically the same con on them that she did on everybody else. While they were in jail together, she, was super sweet and caring to them. And, they called her their little songbird because she loved to sing. She told them that...
Was she trying to be in a relationship with these women?
No, they were in a relationship.
Oh,
but
okay.
she was basically trying to make sure she had people in there that had her back.
Okay.
She even performed like a little marriage ceremony for them in jail. She gave each of them jail tattoos that they... Yeah. Uh-huh. She told them how abused she had been, by the guy that she killed.
Right.
Anyways, when one of them was moved to another prison, the other one was released. And when she was released, Jodi was like calling her every day. She was telling her, get on social media for me, do this, call this person, contact this person, email this person. And this person was doing her bidding for her, basically, because she thought she knew who Jodi was.
Yeah.
This was as the case was going on.
So they were in court before she was convicted.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure how that played out. Maybe it was before her sentencing.
Okay.
She was in prison, but it was before her sentencing because she got out. And then as the case was going through, she learned what Jodi had actually done.
Okay.
And then felt really gross about all the things that she had done to quote unquote help her and the horrible human being that she is. So basically we can take from this that Jodi learned nothing from anything that happened and is still pulling the same shit to this day.
That's horrible.
So that's the update on that psychopath.
That's absolutely horrible.
Now the one you have is actually pretty freaking interesting.
Yeah.
You have a big update.
Yeah. So we did the movie Lost Girls.
Yes.
And the killings were between 1996 and 2011. A couple of the names were Megan Barthelny. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. Megan Waterman and Amber Castillo. And there was an arrest made this year, July 13th, 2023. Rex Humerman.
Okay.
He was 59 years old. So that means that he was 30 when he started killing.
Wow.
And killed for a 15-year span. So ending his killings at 45 years old. And then 12 years later, he finally got caught.
He was like an architect or something, right?
Yeah, I think that's what I was reading. Yeah.
But I mean, the case has been solved.
Yeah.
We know who did it now.
He pled not guilty to their murders, but I think they're finding like DNA samples. There's not a lot because, I mean, this is still an ongoing investigation, I believe, but he was arrested. A key piece of evidence that was overlooked back in these years was a description of his truck.
Oh, shit.
And somehow, maybe with the movie coming out, being cold case, they pulled out some of these, but there was so much that it got lost, but then it was found. And that's what helped them arrest him.
Wow. Which also means the doctor that you and I both thought was super shifty.
Oh, he still is, because of the fact that the Marie Gilbert, her daughter, I can't remember her name, I think it was Sherry, they still haven't said that he was the killer.
Okay, so he could still be connected to that.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
But some of those he did.
Yes, yeah. Which were around the same time.
Didn't she say something about, there was like a recording or something that she called 911 and she was saying they?
Yes.
So it very well could be more than one person.
Absolutely.
So we will keep you updated if this unfolds even more, but that's interesting.
Yeah. Yes. So he was the most recent serial killer that's been arrested.
He was arrested. Oh, that one's interesting. Well, speaking of killers, we're going to finish off with Scott Peterson, who is still proclaiming his innocence. We touched on this in our Gone Girl episode.
Yeah.
His latest petition was that he had evidence to support the theory that Lacey was killed by men she witnessed burglarizing a neighbor's home, and that law enforcement suppressed this evidence during his trial. The Attorney General's office said, first of all, that whole thing about the break-in was presented during your trial. We found nothing to connect that to her murder. And the Attorney General's office said that this was a baseless fishing expedition that Scott was going on here. So again, like Jody, he is not taking responsibility for what he did and is still trying to find loopholes to get himself out of this. So I think him and Jodi Arias are basically the male and female counterpart of the same evil entity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
So that's what we have. Those are our updates.
Yeah.
Thus far. I'm sure we will have more as the years go on.
Yes.
We'll have at least a new American Horror Story one. Did you see who's going to be in the next season?
No.
Kim Kardashian is in the next season.
Do I have to watch?
No, I will watch it and I will let you know if it's worthwhile. If it's worthwhile, I will tell you to watch it. If not, I'll be like, I have been watching. I started with Murder House and I've been watching it with my kids.
Okay. So it's my favorite. The first one is my absolute favorite.
The Coven is really good too.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Coven, Murder House, Coven, Hotel. Like those are my top 3.
Yeah. They just wanted to skip directly to the season that Lady Gaga is in. And I was like, no,
you
if you're going to watch, you have to start at the beginning.
Yes.
I'll probably let them skip Asylum and...
Asylum was good up until it wasn't.
Yeah, once they brought the aliens in, shit got weird. And what was the other one?
Roanoke.
Freak Show. Freak Show is
good.
See, I really liked it, but it's got the clown in it, and Ellie will...
Oh.
I don't know. I'll run it by her.
Yeah.
I liked that season. I don't know how
season.
she'd handle the clown. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We might not have a new episode
for a couple weeks.
Because
next week we are in Dragon Con. And with how many panels you were on, I don't think we're going to be able to find time to get an episode.
I don't think so. We don't have a lot of time for much.
No. We don't. That's why we have to plan out our dinners.
I know. when we can shove food in our face and then get to the next place. I want to change clothes between some of the panels. Like my Outlander panels, I want to wear certain outfits. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to carry a bag around with changes.
You don't carry it around. I carry it around.
So we probably won't have a new one next week, and then you're going to be traveling to Switzerland,
Sweden,
no, Sweden,
Sweden.
So we probably won't have that one then, but that just means that it gives us time to come up with something really cool for when we come back.
Well, we know what it's going to be.
It's always going to be a Frankenstein one when we come back.
Yeah, because I'm also going to Germany, and Frankenstein's castle is in Germany.
So there you go. We might have a little break, but when we come back, we have Frankenstein.
Yes.
And I think that seems the perfect way to kick off spooky season.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes. We will kick off spooky season. You know what we should do?
I'm literally traveling for almost a full month.
Yeah, that's true. You know what we should do for this spooky season? Last year we did a lot of killers. Yeah. I think this year we should focus more on monsters. Because you're doing Frankenstein, we could do more like monster legends.
Yes.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
in. We're in. So that's what we're going to do for spooky season. And we're going to kick it off with, oh shit, my mic. Sorry.
Technical difficulty.
My mic just dropped. Mic drop. Yeah, so that's what we're going to kick off. What?
I said it's the end, right? That's what you do.
Mic drop, now we're done. Okay, so that's all we have for you today. I guess it's time to say it. Until next time. Bye.